This video is going to cover creating a course materials list via Olin Study Stax. I am going to show how to add 3 resources. 2 of them are going to have multiple purchase points. One of them is going to have a purchase point and then also a Libby link for the resource through library subscriptions. I have 2 different windows pulled up right now. I do recommend using 2 windows for this. The reason for that is I'm doing all my data pulling from the left-hand side of your screen window, and I'm doing all the linking from the right-hand side window of the screen. So this just kind of makes it easier. It's an easier workflow, I think, with my experience in this, but it'll make sense as we go through this video. I do recommend pulling up, even though it seems redundant, pulling up these on 2 different windows. So left hand side, we're going to start in Okta. I am going to click Olin Study Stax right here. You have access to that through your Okta, and then you'll enter and see a screen like this, and we're going to operate from My List. Once we're in there, you can create a new list. I'm going to create a new list, and I'm going to name it after the course. So I'm going to go ahead and click Create New List there, and I am going to go ahead and title and name it. So I've named it RFLA 200S, Science and Culture of Chocolate. You can add a description if you want to. If you want to send a note to the library, you can do that here. You can select academic year, all kinds of options there. I'm not going to do any of that. All you need to use a list is to create a list and to name the list. So I've done that. I've saved. Now I've got my list ready to go. Again, we're doing the data pull from the left-hand side. We're doing the linking from the right-hand side. You can manually create these resources if you want to. You can add a resource right there. You can also add a paragraph to prompt the reader, and you can add sections if you want to divide it by modules or something like that. I'm just creating one list for this course. But with that being said, you have some options there on what you want to do. I'm going to use a browser extension right here, this little T, to get everything from the browser into the platform. So Olin Study Stax is built on a platform known as Talus Aspire. So that little T is the Talus Aspire browser extension, and I'm going to click that, and it's going to pull from that record and go into Olin Study Stax. So you see here, there's the record, and I got a few options of what I can do now. I can go back, I can edit the resource if I want to, or I can save it in my bookmarks. In this case, I want to edit it because I want to send or specify purchase points that the student can use. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the resource. I'm going to click Add a Web Address, and I am going to give it this address, and then I'm going to give it this address. So I've got 2 purchase points available to the students to use. I've got other things that I can add here. If you want to add any of this, no really reason to do so. Looks good to me. I'm going to save it in my bookmarks. And once I save it, now I can add it to a list and I can specify some things. So it's saved. I need to add to a list. Every list is going to ask you, is this resource essential or recommended? Basically, is it required or is it supplemental reading? In this case, we're going to say essential. This is going to ask where you want it in the list. It's the first thing, so it doesn't really matter. We're just going to say leave that as is. But then we can add notes at the bottom. Note for the library goes to the library. If you want to say, hey, it'd be great if you could add a copy of this to the collection, we'll review those, and if we can, we will. Notes to the students show in the platform, and it prompts them different things. So I'm going to say 2 purchase options are available. Please purchase the material and have it ready when class starts, or something like that. You can add this, whatever you want, as a note to the student. So 2 purchase options are available. Please purchase the material and have it ready when class starts. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that. We're good. that one's done. So these disappear. This is why I like having a data side and a link side, because now I'm just going to move on to the next one. I'm going to hit my link here, or my browser extension. It's going to pull data. I'm then going to edit the resource. When I edit the resource, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to add a web address, and I'm going to give it this address right here. And I'm going to do something a little different. I happen to know that we own this one through a library subscription, and I am going to add a second web link. So I'm going to do another web address, and then I'm going to add right here a Libby link, and I'm going to save that in my bookmarks. Now I'll go over here, I'll add it to the list, same idea. I'm going to do essential, and then I'm going to add a little bit more detail to this one. There's going to be some formatting to this. So this is going to be the note to the student. I'm going to say wild chocolate. Let me clean this up a little bit real quick. Okay, so Wild Chocolate is available for free as an ebook in the Libby app. So that's the second link we gave here. And I'll even note that second link provided. Instructions for downloading and navigating the app are here, and I need to add a link there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Students only need their Rollins ID and to log in. So there we go. Good. Added a second resource. Now we're going to add the third. Same idea. Go up here at the top. Previews it. Looks good. I'm going to look at matches. This actually is not available in the library. For some reason it thinks it is on that top record. I know it's not. So I'm going to say, let's go with that instead. And I'm going to edit. And I'm going to add 2 options for purchase for this last resource here. There's 1. And there's 2. Save. Add to the list. And set it as essential. I'm going to go back to that list in a second because I want to add the same note that I added in the first one. But before we do that, let's look at our list now. We've got top book here, 2 purchased options. It says 2 purchase options are available. Please purchase the material and have it ready when class starts. Available, available. Next. Wild Chocolate is available for free as an ebook in the Libby app. Second link provided. Instructions for downloading and navigating the app are here. Students only need Rollins ID to log in. Notice here that we have, that's the Amazon link, and that is the Libby link. So everything looks good on that one. And then again on this one we have 2 more purchase options. I'm going to go ahead and enter a note for the students right there. Make it the same as the top. So there we go. 3 materials. 2 have multiple purchase options. A third has a purchase option and a Libby link. And this list is done. I can go down here to the bottom, click Publish. I have queued that. It is ready to go. And now I can add this list into Canvas. And I'll show that, how to do that, and how to provide the list to students in another video. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, please let us know. We're happy to help, and we hope that you enjoy using Olin Study Stax. Thanks.